Hello and welcome. Yesterday I spoke about the open gaming license changes. Today we're talking about Troll Lord Gaming, and they're one of the publishers. D&D style content. They make Castles and Crusaders, which is adjacent to D&D. They came out with a statement, and that statement has fired up a whole new controversy that we need to look at. Troll Lord Games, the creators of Castles and Crusaders, which is a very similar version of D&D, using the open gaming license is what my assumption here. They make a different play style altogether. It's adjacent to D&D. It's a very much different of it. It's Castles and Crusaders. They come out with a statement saying, a quick note to remind everyone at TLG that Troll Lord Games has a gamers only philosophy. We leave all the discussions in which society enjoys to engage to others. They have no place here. This is a place to belly up to the table with our friends and enjoy games. Pretty much what they're saying is they're trying to be apolitical. They are trying to bring to the table, you want to play a game? Let's play a game. Let's keep gaming fun. Let's play games. I don't care what your background is. I don't care what your political affiliation is. I don't care who you vote for, who you throw things down there. If you throw down dice that have the devil symbol on it, who the hell cares if it rolls a natural D20 or not? Because that is the way it is. A lot of people that are supporting them, but then there was a lot of people that didn't. They started digging up their past, like saying, oh, you follow Candace Owens. She's a right-wing conservative person. So what? It's social media. Your social media does not influence the way you personally think or do. You may follow them so you can get an idea on what's going on out in the world. It does not mean that you align yourself with these people. First, way to be a creepy stalker. Second, Facebook is an expansion pack for this game. It has nothing to do with the game. You want to publish games? We're seeing this with Comicsgate, with a lot of that, where people aren't allowed to be apolitical. They have to throw in politics to it. They get their comic books taken down on Kickstarter all the time because they're throwing something out there that people want to read and escape from reality. And that is the majority of what these things are, is an escape from reality. You want to leave your politics at the door and just play the game. And that is the big understanding here that a lot of people aren't getting. We're conservative, but we're also cowards about it. That has nothing to do with it. Leave it out the door. That doesn't mean you're conservative. That doesn't mean you're liberal. I gotta say, like, it's ridiculous. In this day and age, the lines of conservative liberal have been split apart so far right now, there is no middle ground anymore. You come out with a statement, with an apolitical statement saying, I don't want anything to do with either side of this coin, which is where I line up. In a lot of ways, I sit there and I go, that is insane. That is insane on both sides of the door. And I go, no, let's get back to the middle. Let's try and do things normally. Philosophy is precisely why this happened, not pictured the box set bundle. People, honestly, if you want to just be apolitical, people are going to support you through and through. And then there's going to be the 1% of people that are going to sit there and screech about it. They don't allow this anymore. You can't, as a business, as the measly DM or player, it is absolutely imperative to gatekeep the F out of one's games nowadays and keep them out of the everything is politics crowd. Yeah, that's exactly it. You want to keep the politics out of the game. No one cares. You want to sit down on a table and play the game, play the game. But no one cares what you do outside of there. No one cares, ultimately, if you want to do things outside of it. Keep it outside. That was the whole business with this. Okay, here we go. This one has 139 likes. Yeah, this is hot garbage. No politics equals we support the status quo. Look the other way when people tactically and explicitly act hateful towards minorities and crack down on people seeking up against bigotry every damn time. Who are you, dude? Seriously. He's got the wizard in there. Oh my God, of course. Pronouns in the bio. That's where we're at now. I'm sorry. No, I don't agree with this at all. You sit there and say no politics means I'm force. I'm because I don't want politics in it. I now have to force myself to say yes. I have to say politics, and I have to stand up against it. No, this isn't politically correct university. If you guys have never seen that movie, go see it. This is not a university setting. This is the real world. This is the world that we live in right now. Reality versus fantasy. Do not continue this narrative. But I came across this one. Once again, Mike here. Know how many of the yes, good replies are straight white men. I've been told this because I have white complexion. I'm not allowed to speak. Is that what this is? Is that what this is? Doesn't matter that my grandfather fought in the war and was African American. Doesn't matter at all. It doesn't matter that my great-great-great-grandmother was Chinese. This is where we're at right now. People only seeing the color of their skin. Here's a big one here. You're gonna get rid of this then. So, of course, because they offer a military discount. People went to war. They fought for freedoms. So they offer a discount. Also, in part of this, I believe, Troll Lord Games, they have veterans that work for them and founded the organization. So they offer a military veterans discount. So there is nothing wrong with that. A military, doesn't matter what side of the coin you're on, a military, especially in the United States, acts as an apolitical entity. It doesn't act with left or right. It more acts as government versus public, right? That's the difference there. But a lot of people associate the military for some reason to be right wing when it's not, right? Offering a military discount does not mean that you support the current thing that your government is doing. It means you support the people that sat there and put their lives on the line for your freedoms today. And if having freedom means you're right wing, that's an absolute insane level. But Luke Gygax chiming in on here. I'm not sure why you bring this into it. Assuming you are an American, then these folks have defended your right to post what you want here, amongst other rights provided you in the Constitution. I need to make sure I do this every service member as well, and I will. What they're doing here is putting up a military discount. It's ridiculous for people to say that it's not right to offer a military discount. People put their lives on their line for their country and for a military service. It could be worse. We could be all living in a country where you have to serve 2 years in the military to begin with, which is very dictatorship, but we don't. We have the opportunity to sit there and sign up for it if you want. Seriously, the leap of logic in some people. This is inherently a political stance. You're declaring we don't care about marginalized people by refusing to engage in the topic. No. What they said was bring yourself to the table, play the game, and leave your politics at the door. That's all they said. They didn't say this. They didn't say, oh, we don't care about marginalized people. We don't care what happens in the world. We don't care that people are being bombed across the overseas. We don't care that women cannot be themselves in Afghanistan. No, they didn't say that. They said, we're making a game, and if you want to play the game, come to our table and play the game. You know, I gotta say, as someone that has covered a lot of new TSR and Justin Lanasa stuff, only the one hit point. So adopting the policy of new TSR and Justin Lanasa, that's not great. No, Justin Lanasa has his own issues. He has his own problems, and his philosophy towards gaming has never been apolitical. That's the difference here. Troll Lord Games is going apolitical. They're saying leave your politics at the door. Lanasa is very political, and he is absolutely on the one side of the scale. Well, we got a great meme here from Phosphorus. Playing a game doesn't make you an activist, weirdos. That moment when you realize some people actually believe they're changing the world by pretending to be an elf. So What are we learning from all of this? Are we putting ourselves out there by staying apolitical when it comes to a gaming space? Makes it a safer space. It doesn't create friction. It doesn't create a scenario where people are going to be at each other's throats. It makes it so people can sit there and stand up and just say, listen, I had fun playing a game. Let's play it. Let's learn the rules and play the game. You know, arguments happen, and those arguments that happen should be over the gameplay and not over what happens outside the door that you're not going to change in that instant and moment. If you want to sit there and play games, plain and simple, you turn around and pick up dice and you play the game. You know, this also comes down to, I saw recent posts about how not owning a D20, a 20-sided die, is gatekeeping to the hobby of D&D and these like games. You can download an app, and this came out on Twitter. If you're going to bitch about a D20 on Twitter, you can download the damn app and play the damn game. When it comes down to this, if you want to keep your games apolitical, keep them apolitical. Things may happen in the game where you've got to sit there and deal with a monarchy or deal with a political system in the game, but that doesn't mean the game has become a political nightmare to navigate. That means it's part of the game. It's part of the philosophy of the game, and it's part of the storytelling. Storytelling goes into all realms. They take everything in reality and reflect on it into fantasy. But as long as you can keep it as a fantasy game, you keep the reality separate, and the escapism continues today. Keep gaming fun. That's the only thing you can do in this circumstance. I'm your proud Canadian Phoenix in the Shadow, signing off here. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you all next time.